Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. We have a goal today. We have a goal. I gotta reach room 46. Again. Okay. We have stored... Oh, that's lovely seeing all those. We have stored the money purse, the moneymaker. So I really would like to get that. The earlier the better. I'm curious, I think if we pick it up before I grab my allowance, it'll double the allowance. I don't know for sure, but we've never tested that. Oh, this is interesting. Root cellar could go a long way towards enabling the kennel, if we could get a shovel. Trading post is always fun and interesting. If we buy out like the showroom or something and trade something expensive, we could get like another upgrade and roll and re-roll one of those or something. Maybe we're gonna take the shelter. I'm gonna take the shelter. I am gonna spend a couple steps and just get the free gem. We have the sauna. That's very nice. Ooh, this was a thing that I didn't even think of when I was drafting this room, but now I'm very thankful that I chose this room. Active terminals. Oh no, the lab, it's offline. What do we do? Alright. We are after tunnel crate removal. Mail for the mail room, although I'm increasingly thinking that that's not likely to be helpful for my more immediate goals. Lockpicking and allowance would also be okay. Every time you find some trash while digging, we get a new letter in the mailroom? Maybe? That could be okay if we get a shovel. I want to just get all the letters for the sake of having all of the letters, you know? Although increasing our allowance is maybe going to be closer to necessary. Okay. If we're ever going to buy those blue tents. The other thing is like the freezer. If I could make the freezer work, that would be great as well. Okay, so the good news is like there's not any immediate use for money until we like draft a shop or something. So we can come back for the allowance. I don't have to take it now. Okay, well, if you're gonna twist my arm. The game, it knows, and it knew. It's like, hey, how about that lucky purse? Okay, so do we have 59 or do we have double that? Oh, we have double that. Okay. That was the correct call. Okay. Okay. All right. All of the good things are happening now. I don't know what the hell that is. The inkwell. You may spend stars to re-roll your floor plans. And I believe... I don't know if that's a permanent thing or not. Like, if we come back tomorrow, will we still be able to do this? Will there be a new constellation? We'll be starting over at 1 plus that one? I'm not sure. Oh, it's just right there. It's gonna take so much discipline to not just like re-roll everything forever. Okay. Ugh. Parlor for sure. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. So if you're true, then you're claiming the gems are in the blue box, which means that this whole statement is false. This is the first time we've had such a compound statement, I think. That's interesting. So you're false. Not every statement claiming where the gems are is false. And I guess the gems are not in the blue box. The gems are in this box. Could be true, could be false. The gems are on the table behind you. You know, just had to double check. So you're false, so this one has to be true. The gems are in this box. Yeah, I don't like draft. Ooh, what? It... Is that what the hand is for? Is that what the hand is for? Is the hand pointing down because there's a thing under here? I still don't know what to do with you. I have no idea. I was not expecting you to still be open. That's very interesting. There's just like a permanent hole in the bedroom floor. Huh. Is that just like a fluke that I got the bedroom in the treasure map spot? Ew, this sucks. I really wanted to get at that corner. I really don't want to burn the West Wing Hall here. I don't want to burn my reroll either. I'm going to take the West Wing Hall. This is kind of against my better judgment, but... We can... It's... Thank you. It's mostly just because we could re-roll this a bunch for free. Corners are very, very, very good for us. Oh, and a free shovel. Oh, don't mind if I do. I kind of like leaving that commonplace. Kind of like leaving you standard. Yeah, I don't really care for that all that much. Steps are less of an issue. I still would love to get the nursery early. But I'm okay bumping it up to standard, I guess. I mean, the fact that the greenhouse is now a corner room, that's very good. This makes it like actually a lot more usable. I am gonna make this commonplace. You can still only show up on the outer edges. So I don't mind it being commonplace. I would love for it to be more common when I am drafting on the edges, in fact, so that's very good. Okay, this was like pretty much ideal. What else would we love to see? The treasure room and like the vault? Those would be very good. If we're going to save up enough money to buy the thing. The blue tents. Otherwise, like, getting any freezer anywhere at any point today. Ideally, it'd be later. But getting the freezer and being able to freeze all my stuff for tomorrow would actually also be very nice. The boudoir is very good. I like having the rerolls. Is there anything else I'd rather have that's like a corner room? Something like the morning room wouldn't be terrible. Would I rather have that or the boudoir? I'd kind of rather have the boudoir. Because this gives us 2 rerolls, some extra steps because of the sleeping mask, and a free gem. The gem is just, like, that's such a nice improvement. Oh, I forgot I forgot about the trophy room. This is, like, not internalized. The trophy room is really good, always. The thing that worries me is if I don't take the East Wing Hall, we're probably gonna, like, dead-end ourselves here. We have 2 dice. The trophy room is really good. It's so hard to say no to this. How are we on a couple of these? 39, so tomorrow we'll get the 40 parlor games. Oh, and you have dice also. That's extremely good. We have to roll something that sends us north. Game. Yeah, commissary is fine. Shoes, sledgehammer. We don't, like, need the shoes necessarily. I'm still over 80 steps for the day. Sledgehammer's tempting. We can maybe come back for it. Compass is fine. You are C. Yeah, lock and clock. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw that and was like, that's an O? That doesn't make sense. As it turns out, correct, that did not make sense. More steps. I'd rather have, like, the money and stuff, you know? Aquarium is just always a good room. We dug up nothing, not trash. That's annoying. This lets us save the East Wing Hall for some other use. So yeah, I don't mind sticking security here. I also do not mind making the key cards a little more common. The key card doors. I should have done this when we were back at the other one of these, but staff announcements. Yeah, okay. From more, Monday, December 20th. Simon, now that you have a satellite connection, you should be able to connect to Synca to download some new experimental data packets for the lab, which I've already done. We've been working on a lot of interesting and innovative experiments here, and it would be great if you could try them out for us and provide us with some valuable data. I have already done that, unless you have, like, a new one for me. Something like that seems fine. I wonder if there's going to be, like, an additional packet at some point that we're going to have to download or interact with. I suspect yes, but I don't know for sure. I don't really care for the kitchen. Nor do I really care for the pool. And the furnace is just bad, in my opinion. I don't really want to, like, re-roll either. We'll just put the kitchen here. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to spend anything. I don't care. Okay, secret passageway is interesting. Um... Yeah, let's do the secret passage. And we will go for green. I bet you that door was locked specifically because I could maybe do the secret garden there. That's interesting. That dead ends us. I don't have the lever. We also don't have any keys, I'm now realizing. Yeah, I spent my only key. We could maybe go buy the sledgehammer. That is a moderately tempting option. Huh. Okay. I mean, I'm probably going to have to save up for several days to be able to afford... Oh, but you can only get the freezer every other day, right? Something like that? I don't remember. No, because I was just talking to my friend about this game, and he was saying that he used the freezer several days in a row to save up for something. Oh, for buying out the showroom. There's still like 30 gold there. There's no point in grabbing any of it. I mean, obviously, there's even less point right now. But it's not going anywhere, so there's no point in grabbing it unless... Oh, I can't get over there. We can go this way, though. No, I need to actually specifically go up the elevator. That was like a wasted pair of steps or something. A lot of steps. Spent a lot of steps. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Steps are not going to be the reason this run ends. Well, probably not going to be the reason. So there is... there was a note that we read... Or was it drafting strategy? It might have been in the drafting strategy books. There was a comment about, like... Hey, the furnace will, like... disable the freezer. In the sense that I think it might just stop it from working altogether for a day, but I also think that if they're far enough away, we could, like, go into the furnace and, like, temporarily unthaw or something. I'm not sure about that. I am curious about it, though, so I kind of want to see if we can make something like that happen. I mean, the office would help a ton if I wasn't frozen. The break room's way the hell up here, too. Kind of forgot about that. Alright. What? What is that? A very narrow point at 9? Is that asking me for a third of 9, which would be 3? Oh no. Or is that the square root of 9? Okay, so a third of 20 and a third of 10. Together, that's going to be a third of 30. So I think we're subtracting a third of 30 from 20, which would be 20 minus 10, which is 10, which is what that was. A third of 1 times 9. This is wild. This is fascinating. Oh my gosh, I'm learning about a whole new type of math I didn't even know existed. In the game world, that is. Okay. So from the veranda, we can maybe get to the secret garden, which would give us an east and a west, and we've not, like, blocked off the east side completely, but it's going to be a bit of a pain to get up there. And I don't have any other keys. Okay, keys are just a whole thing today. We could dig, but I'm kind of saving that for last resort. I want to dig right now, I guess. That's why I'm saving it. Well, you know what? This might be a very short day. We might just be launching into another day here in a hot minute. I mean, there's still a decent chance that we can get to room 46. I was just thinking that we haven't burnt any of our 3 red room shelters today, but we have. We burnt the one for the aquarium. Oh, and buying the sledgehammer is, like, out of the question now, too. Unless I can thaw. Okay, well. Okay. We need something that goes straight, which the courtyard does. But I can't use gems. Chapel does nothing, though. That's nice, actually. We're not going to dig up any garbage today, are we? That's irritating. Hey, there's one. One freaking letter today. Oh. I'm not... Oh, hey, okay, 2. That's better. I'm not going to bother... Well, okay, it's already solved. I could just pull the lever. Never mind. Forget what I was about to say. I was going to say it's pointless unless we make it all the way up there, but I don't have to solve it, so we just... It's fine. Ah, crap. Okay. Oh, and we're sheltered, so we're doubly safe in that room. Great. Shelter, what a What a victory for me today. Please have 2 keys, or 3 keys, or 5 keys. You only have gems. Well... what a day. I mean, the kitchen's not going to have, like, a key lying around or anything, so, alright. Oh, we spread things from the thing. Okay. Man, I would also love to have, like... doesn't matter, we don't have anything. If we could, like, start a fire in there and like, reread the stuff, that'd be kind of neat. Reread the letter in there, but not that big of a deal. I guess we just coat check you. I'm very, very curious if we can still spend stars to reroll in the future. I suspect and am hoping that that is like a permanent thing. But alas, I do not know. Yeah, and I'd rather end the day in the break room. May as well. I'm really, 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 really hoping that we get that, the shrine. I really want to get the shrine. Okay. I have a very, very screamy small cat that I can hear in the background. I don't know why she's screaming. I have a hunch. She's probably dissatisfied with the state that her brother left the litter box in and is giving him and me a piece of her mind. Yeah, that's where that noise is coming from, that's for sure. That's a very sad meow. We'll call it a day. She gets to wait. I will clean her litter box in a bit. Let's do another day. I mean, we didn't do nothing. We got $150 and then saved it. We gotta get 400 and then get back to the gift shop, huh? That's gonna be a lot. Look how tiny that house is. It's been a long time since we've had a tiny, tiny house like that. I was kind of playing fast and loose with everything, and we just didn't get any keys. I didn't realize that. Kind of want to see if we get the coat check or do other things first, but it doesn't matter. I mean, starting the day with 14 gems and 152 coins is like, that's a lot. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Sadly, we're going to need to, like, do that again. Interesting. Tomb could really enable us here. Tomb could really enable us. Alright, let's hope that we get some keys. Keys would be great. I'm just gonna take the goat check again. Fantastic. Excellent. Okay. I'll happily grab over 100 coins of allowance. I do also have the key card. So let's get security as early as possible. It's going to mention that there's some coinage down there. 10, one for the tomb itself, and another for the coat check. So that's good. That's exactly what I was expecting. Let's swan song our way in. I wonder if we're gonna get like a cheerful Christmas message from them on December 25th. Let's do. Give me a good experiment, please. Security door, every other bedroom, room with a fireplace. Oh, remove a crate from the tunnel. Probably each room with a fireplace we draft. That seems reasonable. Okay. Office would be kind of interesting, especially if we get like a conference room and then do this like last, right? Spread money at the very, very end of the day. But I don't necessarily want to like bank on that. I would love to just get the conservatory. I would love to get the observatory. I'd rather get the solarium is interesting. Geist bedroom for a ton of rerolls is also like not terrible. Anything to try to actually extend the stay. Okay, so the observatory reroll thing is just like that is a specific constellation that we have to get from now on. Good to know. I was curious about that. And now we know. So I cannot reroll today. I have to save up stars and get that. There are 2 false statements. If that's true, the other 2 are false. Interesting. A box with a false statement is empty. If there are... Hey. What are you doing? Oh, cats. Okay, so if this is true, there are 2 false statements, then these both have to be false, right? So this is a lie. A box with a false statement is empty. It's a lie. Both of the boxes that have false statements are not empty. So this whole thing is already incompatible just from looking at these 2. So you are not true. There are not 2 false statements. There are not. There's only one, and it's you. You're the only false statement. A box with a false statement is empty, so that guy is empty, okay. And this box is empty, so you have the gems. That startled me for no real reason. Yay, the logical trophy! In recognition of your unending pursuit of the truth. For winning 40 parlor games. Hooray! I wonder if there's like a benefit for getting every trophy. I mean, I know there's like the trophy. You can see it in Steam. But like, I wonder what that does for me. Yikes, so we have none rerolls. That's a little spooky. This spread gems, like, it's annoying that we're not getting the benefit of that, but it's also not really that big of a deal. I have a lot of gems. I do like the veranda. Yo. That's very good. That's very nice. I would genuinely, because we're after money, I kind of want to, like, upgrade the shovel first before we go digging. I'm also, like, keenly aware of the fact that I have no keys, again. I need to go back and see what we've got off the entrance hall. Probably just like a dead end. Not a dead end. The break room is good. Yeah, this'll give us something key related, which is very nice. 13. A third of 15. The middle third, if that matters. A third of 1 times 3 is 1. A third of 1 minus a third of 1, so that's 0, times anything, doesn't matter, so a third of 18 is 6. Okay, I mean, like, that's a good key to have. That's not the key that I was hoping. I was hoping to get 2 regular keys, but this is good. This is fine. I like this one. This is a good one. Man, if we could rotate the den, that'd be really nice. So are you going to be 50 and 1? Okay. That is interesting. So I think we're starting over, but we're always going to have the inkwell. Okay. So long as I'm above 50, I'm sure we could spend down below. That's very interesting how that works. Yeah, this is fine. And you triggered the experiment a little bit, so that's helpful. And we get, like, some baby food for babies. That's me. I'm a baby. That's a good place for the den. I like that. We're removing crates, which is excellent. You might have something useful and you like keys. Keys would be excellent. Okay, rerolls. Rerolls are very good. Rerolls and money. 2 very, very important things right now. Battery pack is interesting. We could just do the storeroom for 2 keys. That's not the worst. I really want the conservatory, though. Mailroom is kind of tempting. Okay, never mind. The vault is what we're doing for sure. Oh, and the coupon book. Boy, is that just completely irrelevant. Okay. Okay, if we get the treasure room, then we can just buy the freaking tent. Tent-z, I guess I should say. Man, I don't know if we can open any more of these. I'm very curious. I think I might have to take the garage. Nope. Keys are on that side. That's That's neat that they moved. I don't think there can be like random things lying around unless you have the metal detector. Like, I think taking the metal detector is what causes them to spawn. I don't know that for sure, but I believe that to be true. Other than things like the, you know, keys and whatnot, like on shelves. That's a whole thing that can just happen. I guess we'll do her ladyship spare room. You're very, very, very expensive, and I don't really care to have you here today at all. You're kind of just unnecessary. I'm gonna re-roll. Okay. I kind of would rather have like an actual dead end. I should have just taken, I don't know, a bedroom or something. This is fine. I mean, more money is more money, and that is 110% one of our main goals for the day. Yo, a lever as well. That's interesting. And a key. Holy cow. Oh, it's a green room. It has extra stuff because it's a green room. Thank you, veranda. This is a very awkward location for you. I will take the rerolls, though. Die. Okay. Thank you, Geist bedroom. I'm not planning on coming back, so we'll just dig up some coinage while we're here. Yeah. I was debating going and approaching from the other side, but save that for like actually later if we need it. Okay, so genuinely getting the gift shop would be fantastic. Barring that, the showroom would also be nice. Freezer would be great, just as like an option if we can't get the other thing to show up. Furnace is like a little bit tempting. I still don't know about you. The Baron Bafflers. Furnace is a little tempting because then I'd feel more interested in like... Ew. I don't want to use a silver key, or we'll use a regular key. If I already have the furnace, then I feel more comfortable like being able to thaw myself out. I guess we'll just take the bedroom closet. Unless I want to re-roll. Let's re-roll. Okay. The prism key is the main reason why I chose this. I said prism key, and then my brain went, oh, that sounds kind of like prisoner. That's something you'd keep behind locked doors. Nope, doesn't fit. Okay. So really, really, really need to get the gift shop. Or a freezer, but I'd rather have the gift shop. Why did I go this way again? This is not the way I need to go. I need to like refill this. I need to never come out here to this stupid freaking fountain ever again. In my brain, they're both connected. And while that is, like, technically true, I cannot go down there to get to the elevator here. It doesn't work that way. The boat's on the wrong side. We can go down the fountain if we need to, like, reach the inner sanctum door. Inner sanctum door meaning inner sanctum for the lever for the antechamber door. That's how that sentence was constructed in my brain. Yeah, it's been a long day. Okay. May as well. I kind of wouldn't mind using, like, the silver key there. Passageway here is kind of... The conference room here is actually really nice as well. Passageway here is better. So the prism key, I'm hoping to get a shop that has a locked door so that we can use the prism key to try to get the gift shop. That would be ideal. Well, okay, actually ideal would just be if we got the gift shop and I didn't have to do any, like, shenaniganery to make that happen. Oh, the workshop is so far away. I'm probably not going to bother, like, trying to upgrade to the jackhammer or anything. Cool. Where were you yesterday, you worthless brick? And pebbles? Ah. Okay, so we want to go... Either way. Getting like the... Oh, you're a card key door. Never mind. And I don't have the secret garden key. I don't know why I keep thinking I have the secret garden key. I still don't. That's annoying. All of this is actually kind of annoying. Like, it doesn't matter. Game, why are you doing this to me? We will, like, if I genuinely can't do anything about the money today, seeing if we can buy, like, the moon pendant and stuff like that, that's probably worth doing. Okay, hang on. I gotta check my notes. What lever does the green... Or what door does the greenhouse door lever open? Greenhouse is opening due south. So that's maybe not terrible. Watering can is very nice. The attic is like kind of tempting, but it's just not what I'm after right now. Cloister is okay, I guess. I mean, we have the money, and it was actually not even as difficult as I was worried that it would be. Um, I will use the silver key here. Okay. I will take the pool. I will take the conservatory. Abso-freaking-lutely. And, of course, today is when we're digging up all the garbage. Green rooms have an extra stuff. It's working out quite nicely. I'm kind of okay leaving these all as they are. Maybe making this a little more frequent, just like a little tiny bit. I feel like we've gleaned everything that we can from that, but those are good effects to have, especially because I can trigger them twice. Sometimes like the telescope's been in there, or like the purse or the lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That'll be fine. Okay, that's kind of a bummer. Didn't really get what I was after, necessarily, but that's alright. Okay. I would still prefer to have the conference room somewhere. Having something that like goes straight here would also be kind of neat. Not you. I mean, I guess like the pantry also kind of works here. I'm increasingly getting worried about our, Oh, there's nothing to rotate. I'm getting worried about the reroll situation. Okay, 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 okay. Now we're talking. Please be locked. Please, please, please be locked. Please, not with this. No. I wish I could look and see. Does the gift shop... Okay, hang on. I'm going to look this up. Does the gift shop require gems? I don't think it does. I think it's like one of the only yellows that doesn't. Blueprints gift shop. Wiki. Shop costs 0. The other ones do cost stuff, though. So I'm going to take the throne room. It is very expensive. Can I buy gems? Yes. Okay. We're still definitely over 400. I can go back and pull the lever in the greenhouse. I haven't done it, but we got the broken lever. We're just not getting any of the things that I want, which is a tiny bit frustrating, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, the mailroom would be just a bunch of stuff. You know, there's a chance that we get, like, dice in there. Okay, a lot of keys, a lockpick, a couple of gems. That's fine. That's all fine. The shoes they're fine. It's fine. We were adding some letters here. Okay, that's new. Okay, so we got this. We only have the 2 new letters. That's all right. Mailroom. Greetings, Simon. Hope all is going well on the estate. I was discussing my communications with you with another fellow technician, Kimberly Thompson, and she gets lost every time she tries to get to the lab to, like, you know, work where she's employed. But that's okay. She suggested that I disclose to you the locations of the drafting strategy issues she's personally found on the estate. 1 is in the dormitory, 2 is in the drafting studio, 3 is in the library, 4 and 5 are available in the bookshop. I have already noted these and their locations, and we've read them all, and that's all fine. The above list is according to her, so I can't personally vouch that these are accurate. From Randolph. The White Sea of Yore. Morajai. We already had that stamp. Don't know what that stamp is. We already have all these stamps, but that's all right. Okay. Simon. Oh, look at all these people. Oh, hang on. Okay, let's copy and paste. Just put the screenshot in here. Hold the phone. House staff. Interesting. Okay. Simon, if I'm going to mention members of the staff, perhaps I should give you a brief introduction. Mrs. Ann Babbage, house manager, comma, my boss. She's gonna be like the lady who, there's a photo of her like smiling at the computer in the office, and she's like sitting front and center in the photo of like all the house staff and stuff. That's got to be her. Kirk Darren, head of security. Randolph Moore, lead lab technician, network admin, and humble author of these letters. Kimberly Thompson, lab assistant and helpful sidekick. Chef de camp. What? We don't have de camp as a last name. So I'm looking at so we have the dartboard, right? The dartboard has everybody's points, all the staff. So there's KT, Kimberly Thompson, KD, Kirk Darren, AB for Ann Babbage, RN for Robert Nogula, CT for Christoph. I assume T is for the chauffeur. HR Oh, Hartley. Hartley Ruauta. Um, and then RM. Oh, for Randolph Moore. So we don't have a chef de camp. However, we do know that Bridget exists somewhere. Okay. There are a handful of other names among the various live out and seasonal service staff, but due to their infrequent mention, I thought it best to omit them from this cursory introduction. So it is possible that Bridget DeCamp is the head of the kitchen. It is also because we don't know her last name. So like blank D Camp. Head of kitchen. So now we know these names. So Kirk Darren I have written down as security question mark. So we know that you are head of security. Personal valet, lives in servants' quarters, retiring. Christoph T. He is the chauffeur. I wrote down valet, but chauffeur makes a lot more sense. Has been absent when the car was needed. He was doing the whole like bootleg moonshine smuggling thing. My assumption is that it's Bridget DeCamp. But I don't know. That's interesting. Okay. That is like the first actually genuinely useful letter out of all of these. That's so funny. Okay. I'm getting a little spooked because we're not getting the rooms that I want. And rooms... Man, I wish I could open the room directory from here. I'm taking the solarium just purely because it might have an item. Ooh, and we can water it. Had an orange. Like, that's not nothing. And I had a coin. That's practically nothing, but not quite. What is the shop? You are standard. Okay. So... that hole in the middle is a little annoying, but it is what it is. You're a little late. I mean, you're just a dead end. We could just take you just because... if the casino was aiming the other direction, I would take it here. Okay, Rotunda's pretty nice here, actually. This could maybe solve some of our problems. I'm going to go back and do the greenhouse lever and get into the antechamber and try to solve the thing. Because we have all the sigils, so I think I know the order of the thing, and yada yada yada. We'll do that last. We only have the prism key. I need to keep that in mind. Oh. That's probably okay. And it removes a crate. What? Oh. Okay. I found it. Oh, treasure trove. You're so unnecessary. Secret passage is another good one. That could help us get to where we want to go. We'll deal with that box in a moment. Alright. We were at 410, so where is this going to put us? I mean, 55 is... that's a lot. Would you say this is like red or pink? I would say maybe this is pink. Room screenshots, treasure. Okay. So... I think green is just like always a lie. So, pink box. What was the moon? So, oh, the previous, interesting. So, previously we got a blue box with a moon, and it had a green typed note that said, pink boxes marked with the moon always contain false statements. That is a true statement that we got last time. I believe. Because this is obviously false. The white flag is flown by Morajai. We know that. We have solved that. Oh, I wonder if this is going to give us, like, a green note in some color box with a symbol on it that's going to say, like, there are train tracks in Kararka. Or it is always raining in Morajai. Or, you know, like if this is going to give us hints about the sigils. That didn't even occur to me until this. That's fascinating. Okay. I'm even more intrigued to see what's in there, even though we've already solved the sigils. I still feel like I just had some lucky guesses rather than good deductive reasoning. I was not confident in my deductions. Alright, we're down to just the last 4 rooms. You do not help. We could... I'm just gonna redraw. We can rotate. Okay. This could be huge. Give me that key. What is beeping? Where is beeping? Oof. Please... Oh, we used the... We have not used the prism key. Please be locked. You're not locked. I don't think it can be here. Because we're in the corner. I'm very sad. We have a few more rerolls. I mean, we can still try to get it. Freezer would also be fine. Bad place for the prism key. Freezer would be good. I just burn all my stars? I really don't want to. I'll burn a couple, though. Oh, I was gonna hesitate if it got down to 45. I didn't really want to go below 45. We don't have to. Yay, it only cost us 399 gold. Dirigiblocks is not actually in the game yet. It's coming. Unlocked. Unlocked. Purchased. Unlocked. Purchased. Unlocks dare mode. Unlocks, I guess, a permanent addition to the shrine. But this is not a... Not gonna worry about it. Okay, I want to go outside and take a look at it. We only have one. We have one blue room on the 8th rank, which I would like to go check out. I am absolutely gonna wager 100 and just be sad when it gives us nothing in return. Because that's how it goes. I really want that allowance. Cool. I don't know why I bother wagering anything on that. It's rigged. We gotta get back to the throne room. Yeah, probably go greenhouse. Oh, I could have... It doesn't matter. Shut up. I forgot that it was the whole thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're here. Ooh, give me the gem that we have no use for. What a terrible place for a key. Okay. Spread some gold. I'm still kind of like loosely planning on buying the full moon pendant if we can. If it's even for sale. Okay. So that's something. Most importantly, we gotta figure this out. So, regions and history. Herbert's tour. So we know that he started in Arunda Ares, and he ended in Fen Ares. So he went south and then went to Arch Ares afterwards. So I'm gonna assume that we did this, and then this. I believe that Nuance was the last one before he came back. So here's what we have. 4, 5, and 6. We know that he went to Kurarika after Vera. And he went to Vera after Morajai. So Morajai was after some sort of short trip on the ocean. Maybe this? I'm not positive on that one. But we'll go Morajai, Vera, Kurarika. Hell yeah. May actually like make note of this, that all this stuff is correct. 2, 3, and then we can deduce from there. That's all fine. Okay. Yo, certified copy, property deed. Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Aurave of Trinsdale. Anu Finn Clark, Stationers, Reddington, Fenaries. Satisfied of record 05131912. Oh, we could read it. Know all men by these presents. We're gonna go back to room 46. I need to screenshot the hell out of this. Okay, let's do this first. We'll read the inside here in a moment. So Lady Aurave, that is Simon and Herbert's mother, married to Baron Thomas Sinclair? Question mark? People, family tree. Yes, the Baroness Aurave. She has the photo in the bedroom. She's wearing the moon pendant. So that's just like the official who oversaw this, I guess. The X in that circle is kind of weird. I mean, it almost looks like the moon. Just screenshot this whole thing as well. Back to room 46 notes. Okay. Know all men by these presents that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of the Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Aurave of Trinsdale, the land, forest, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Holly Leaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Boy, that's a word. Boundaries. The property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods, flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain spring streams, and punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's northern slope and saddle, spanning across 80-odd acres of land. The property is situated southwest of Reddington, bounded on the south by steep crags, and abutting the east by the high road to Tanner's Fork. Covenant. I, Lord Arthur Clementine, covenant, promise and agree with Lady Aurave, her heirs and assigns, that I am lawfully seized and possessed of the said premises, that the same are free and clear of all encumbrances. Didn't mean to click. And that I have good right to sell and convey the same to the said Lady Aurave, her heirs and assigns, and that I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and seal, I make my mark in the grand year of Fen Aries, 1912. Lord Arthur Clementine. Okay. Huh. And then this was his original last will and testament, I'm assuming? The last will and testament of me, Herbert S. Sinclair. I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate and at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. He read this sort of thing at the start of the game. This is in like the cutscene, kind of. I declare that I am not and never have been married and have no children. First, I direct all my debts and outstanding expenses to be paid as soon as my as soon after my decease as possible. Secondly, I direct all the servants and staff in my employ at the time of my death to be granted infinite leave to be paid out at the reserves, to be paid out of the reserves of my estate set aside for such occasion until such a time as a new master of Mount Holly bids their return. In the event that the aforesaid reserves for this purpose are depleted before a new master of the estate is found, I direct my executor to make provisions for their future employment and to do so in a manner that is just and equitable to all parties involved. So he doesn't want to just leave them hanging. We're going to screenshot every page because that is probably important to do here. Thirdly, to my faithful valet, Hartley Ruota, I hereby gift to him the lake house in Trinsdale as a small measure of gratitude for his many years of unwavering loyalty and devoted service. I also fire him and demand that he moves there immediately. Take that, you nerd. I directed my executor take such steps as are necessary to transfer ownership of the said lake house to Hartley Ruota, and should use all reasonable efforts to persuade him to accept the... you know that he's not going to accept, and that has come across several times. Okay, now this is interesting because we don't know about this. We do. This is Courtney. She wrote the letter. Hang on. Hold, please. Hang on. Where was that? Screenshots. She wrote the letter in the safe house. I have not screenshotted letter 1, which is the underground one, right? 3 is just like missing. That's from the boudoir. That's from Dad. That one's from Mary. Uncle Herbert wrote the letter to Mary. That's right. That's the one in the drawing room. Yeah, Courtney is Herbert's niece, time-locked safe in the shelter. She kind of put together that she thinks Mary got smuggled across the southern border after stealing the crown, after being involved in the stolen crown. Okay, this is interesting. Furthermore, to my late cousin Tillen's 2 children, so we don't know who Tillen is, or like how they're related, but okay. Courtney Ferrine and Rygard Ferrine, who have sometimes been impulsive and hasty in their actions, I grant each a cuckoo clock set eternally on the sacred hour. Ho, 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 ho. Is that in a new clue? There's 2 cuckoo clocks that show the sacred hour in the new clue. Oh, and they're just holding... There's pictures of 2 people holding signs. Or, like, one's holding a sign. Okay. I mean, I guess I could describe it, or we could literally just show it. Here we go. Monitor capture. There's the 2 cuckoo clocks that I was thinking of. And that might be, like, the niece and nephew or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's relevant. I grant each a cuckoo clock set eternally on the sacred hour, for only time will tell when they are ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with the patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. In the case that Lionel Epson should return from his travels abroad, or the event that any of his heirs should present themselves, I bequeath to him, or them, as the case may be, the diary and its related key, which formerly belonged to his sister Clara Epson, which I have kept in her room and beside her grave respectively and respectfully. Okay, so that tells us where the key is if we didn't know. Ah. Okay, more hints for the gallery. Which I maintain is just the worst, dumbest, most stupid puzzle of all time. It is extremely like early 90s adventure game moon logic. I hate that. Okay. In addition, it is my fervent desire that the gallery, along with all the artwork contained within, be bestowed upon the Reddington Museum of Art, including the sculptures, exhibits, and the entire collection of drawings by Christopher Manson, comprised of 4 pieces entitled... I don't remember what they're called, and I don't care. pulling it up. I'm opening it. Think, ponder, realize, and ruminate. It's still not enough to help you. It's just going to be more confusing than anything else. This generous donation shall be made 1 year hence following the date of my earthly departure, when it will be removed from Mount Holly's draft pool. Yo, okay. The names of the angels. I can go double check that. Okay, we're just like verifying, like validating a lot of the information that I've learned. But not necessarily learning anything new. Moreover, to the Grand Cathedral of Araja, I bequeath 8 stone statues sculpted in the likeness of the 8 Ajiran angels. Ajiran. So, Orinda. Yes, the angel of royalty. That's the scepter. That's number 7. Lydia, which is the jockey with like the crop. That was from one of the drafting books. Arena, which was the farmer with like the hoe. We learned about that one from Nogula's logbook. Joya. Yep, I had a question mark next to that, but that is correct. That's the chef with the wooden paddle. I don't remember where we learned that. I have I have a blank for that one. When we learned this one early, and I hadn't been taking notes for where we learned the angels at that point. Dauja, which is isn't that also the name of the moon or the planet? Hang on. Where would that be? Oh, planetarium. Mora, Mamora, Vea, Veia, Fenmora, Dauja, the Untamed. That was the first one we got. That's the one that looks like Saturn. That's the farmer with the overalls and the pitchfork. Vea. Oh, you're another one. Hang on. This is interesting. D-A. Oh, come on. Why are you not typing? What is going on here? Dauja and Vea are also planet names. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, hang on. We'll go back to why it's interesting in a moment here. Vea Mila, which is the maid one, right? With the broom. We learned about that from the maid's quarters. And Draxus the Dead. That's the Grim Reaper. These sculpted figures have been in the Sinclair tomb for multiple generations, and even though there has been much debate over their natural numeric order, they have nevertheless remained steadfast in their safeguarding of our family's secrets. I trust they will continue to provide the Cathedral of Araja that same level of stewardship. That's cool. Then this is a lot. This is me. Let me go back to room 46 notes. Okay. I give and bequeath to my nephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate, and of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly as a token of the cordial and affectionate friendship which for nearly half a century his grandmother, Clara Epson, has shown me. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate of Mount Holly. So the opening cutscene was an abbreviated version of like the first page and then this page. This room, among other things of value, holds the physical deed to the entire estate, as well as many other personal effects and policies of insurance. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Within a timely manner. That phrase again. That's also either a typo or... because it should be within a timely manner, M-A-N-N-E-R. Unless it's like a localization thing, like a British, like you can use manor that way. But timely manor would be like a house that is timely. A house run by a giant clock tower. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse, and the above clauses on this page and provisions pertaining to that clause shall be considered null and void, and the rest of my estate shall be disposed of and gifted to the Arindian Heritage Foundation under condition that the house be immediately winnowed and sealed with explicit instructions and allowances that the site shall not be reopened until black flags are once again flying over Oris, or 110 years have passed since my death, whichever day shall come first. 110 days, or 110 years. 110 years is because he doesn't want, like, anybody directly associated with him to still be alive and deal with the repercussions of, like, the hidden Arindian nonsense, like the castle and our ties to royalty and stuff. Screenshot. As one final gift to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, regardless of whether he finds room 46 or not, I leave and bequeath to him the original... What? I leave and bequeath to him the original manuscripts of his mother's works that were produced here under the roof of her childhood home. These preliminary draft copies include red prints, which she wrote while visiting the estate during the brightest of her days, and a new clue, which she penned here during the darkest. I hope that in due time and in bold, the natural order of things, you will come to be content as I have with what little of herself she has left us. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March 1993, Herbert S. Sinclair. How do I get those? I want those. Oh my gosh, an original draft of New Clue. Is that going to have, like, different new clues? So this is satisfied of record 05131912. 1912 is the year this happened. I bet this happened May 13th, 1912. Is that a new date that is relevant? Probably. I'm just going to dump this into, like, my general, like, dates that seem like they might be relevant tab. So... the natural order of things. What the hell does that mean? How get? I was kind of expecting... I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, you know what? These must be the cuckoo clocks. How the hell do we get those? I'm so confused. We have the deed. Like, what does that do for me now? It doesn't seem to do anything. I have a screaming cat I need to go intercept. Oh my gosh, cats. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just the joy of cats. Okay. Hang on. So there was one more thing I wanted to look at here before we left. Because there's one other thing that stood out to me. Arenda Lydia, oh my gosh, we do do I have the tomb today, don't I? Okay, we're going down to the tomb. Orinda, Lydia, Rinna, Joya, Dauja, Vea, Mila, and Draxus. And I know what order to do them because I know their names. I know who's which. Oh my gosh. Okay. I I uh I was like kind of running through all this stuff in my head while I was checking on the cats. They're just playing around, just being little cats. Somebody knocked something over, and then it spooked them, and then they knocked other stuff over, and then I heard a crash, and they knocked the thing over, and then knocked the dish over. It was a whole big thing, and then one of them spilled their water. Like it's just it is a comedy of errors whenever one of them gets spooked for any reason, and then you have like a cat who's like wet and got fur standing straight up because they're all spooked, and it's just a whole big thing. They kind of made a bit of a mess. 8 stone statues, the 8 Azuran angels. They've been in the Sinclair tomb for multiple generations, and even though there has been much debate over their natural numeric order, so this is telling me I need to hit them in this order instead. That's a guess. That's a guess. I'm very tempted to go try this though. So let me take a screenshot of this. Just specifically the order. Let's go back to notes on the angels. Because the other thing, okay, here's the other thing that I was thinking. Hang on, let me go back to geography class, probably. Okay, what are the two? Dauja and Vea? And what are they the angels of? Dauja is the pitchfork. Vea is the top hat with the duster. Okay. That might actually... Here, let's go back to monitor capture for the notes. Geography class. Down here. Let's computer enhance. You're the ho. You're the other one. I mean, they're labeled Dauja, Mamora, Vea, Fenmora, Mora. But that's one of you. The one with the ho, though. I'm excited that we are. I love it when the game is like, here's breadcrumbs for something. So like we learned we learned their names because their names were kind of scattered and hidden throughout the game. And then now it's like, oh, hey, they might actually, like, hey, here's a puzzle where their names are actually relevant. That's cool. But also, they might be relevant here. So this is Vea on the right. This is Mila, right? No, Mila's the one with the broom. Rinna is that one. Huh. Okay. Well, regardless, that's a thing that I want to go try today. Yeah. We have 51 bucks. Oh, there was not a hidden blue note or anything in here, was there? We have so many steps, it's fine. I still wonder if the pointing hand statues are a thing. I'm assuming because we had already drafted this room, we're not going to get the hidden blue note from the The blue tents. Yeah, okay. So we could go not that way. We need to go greenhouse and then south to get to the thing. The showroom. Let's just see if we can buy anything while I'm here. If we could buy, yep, you would be excellent. The moon pendant is very nice. I don't know. Silver spoon would be nice. I'm just like, we have some stuff that I don't really care about starting the day with, like coupon book. I don't need that at the start of the day. Watering cans, like maybe. Battery pack, probably not. So I kind of just wanted to load up some extra stuff. We no longer need the lucky purse. That's interesting. We could store either the crown of blueprints or... That's all. There's nothing else I really care about storing. Unless we stumble across, like, a lot of extra money, which we could, because we spread money throughout the estate. We have to take the foundation to go back down. I did not actually, like, go into the... Oh, we're gonna get so much money from the tomb. Yo, maybe we can buy something else and store that instead. I did not even, like, internalize whatever else is in there. The Gilded Compass, I think that was one of them. What was the other one? Probably the Master Key? I don't know. Boy, you'd think that I would, like, pay attention to that sort of thing. Oh, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Yeah, I was running through all that stuff in my head, right? There's, like, the hint for the gallery puzzle. I'm not sure what the deal is with the cuckoo clocks and the sacred hour. That might still be something. We're here. Let's just go take a look. There's no way you're cleared out yet, right? Oh, it took the crate that had the thing and put the thing on the floor. That's kind of neat. Okay. I just had the shoe pop up. What the hell is this? An old, rusted file cabinet key. Likely opens up a drawer somewhere on the estate. What the hell? Okay, these ones seem like maybe they're not going to move. Then again, maybe they are? Is this like a tomb? Is this like a... Or is this just like an altar? The fact that there's the helmet here makes me... Oh. Makes me... So we know that this tunnel was filled with, like, the mining crew's stuff, right? That's what this is. And we literally just saw a filing cabinet down with this guy's stuff. Just like in a very recent video. Let's tackle this via the tomb. Because the other option is like the obvious one, which is it's tied to the archive. We'll maybe try the filing cabinet in the underground. And if that doesn't work, then, like, we can store this in the code check. That's fine. Okay. So, the order that we're going to interact with these... Oh, and Draxus is one of them, too. That's wild. We have to go interact with him. Okay. So the first one is Orinda, who is nobility. I should also be looking around for, like... cash money. Oh, not that way. Not you. Where is Arinda? Okay, give me all that money. Oh, nom 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 nom. Feed me all the money. Okay. Lydia, the jockey. Which is you. Rena, which is the farmer with the hoe. Interesting that the pitchfork and the duster are across from each other. Because you're the two that are named after planets. Okay, sorry, what am I looking for? Lydia, the jockey. Rena, which is the hoe. Which is this one? No. Joya, the chef. That's just too far away. Okay. Dauja, the pitchfork. Vea, the duster. Mila, the maid with the broom. And then Draxus. So I'm assuming it's going to open something down here, right? Okay. Okay. Because I thought that there were stained glass windows for all 8, because that was mentioned somewhere. Lo and behold, yours is not in the chapel. And it's the sideways 8, because that's how everything is in this stupid game. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Screenshot you. Do I put this in, like, tomb screenshots? Do I have tomb screenshots? I do. Oh, because the stupid letter that we had to translate. Okay, well, and this answered my other question. The Red Prince. We're screenshotting everything. I'm so glad that I have the magnifying glass. So we can compare this to the other book, right? I have a screenshot of this. Right, so there was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. There's the 2 knights. There's the knights, right? Okay, there's an immediate, obvious difference here. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown of rubies and a red castle made of stone. So it's the same words, except that once is there and was crossed out. However, you're holding a scepter? That has to be the little cursed doll from the Blackbridge story, right? It has to be. It has to be. And then once that's crossed out. So I'm wondering if I wonder if the crossed out words are going to be relevant in some way. Probably. The prince had a love for all things red, not everything red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. So he's got an apple, stop sign, red banners, red wagon, fire hydrant. There's the pentagram. Pentagon. Let's screenshot this, please. You know, the Fenary symbol. There's a lobster. I like that. That's great. Differences. This looks almost identical. The things are in a different spot. So, like, the lobsters move down to, like, here in the stop sign. The rose is, like, over here where the hydrant is. The hydrant is up here where these guys are. This apple's, like, down here instead. Oh, the Fenary symbol isn't here. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we got politics, now that we know, like, all the colors and stuff. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow, so this is just, like, I guess another way... But no, you have to... I mean, like, in theory, you have to have solved the sigil puzzle to have gotten here. So we already know these? The art looks the same across the two. Obviously, the sigils are not here. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. But otherwise, the art looks the same. Okay, hang on. Because we have seen this squiggle before. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. No castle. There's no castle in the original book, or like in the final book, the published version. Okay, so the squiggle under the sky seems noteworthy. Oh gosh, where was that? Where's the other place that was written? Was it one of the red letters? I don't think it was a red letter. Ooh, was it one of the books? Was it like The Curse of Blackbridge? Or was it the history book? I forgot that The Curse of Blackbridge is like the longest book of all time. It must have been the history book. Okay, so hang on real quick. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go back and look at this guy. Take a good look at this little gremlin. It's like a little like horned gremlin thing. It's got wings. It's clearly holding a knife. It's definitely this guy right here. Come on, OneNote. You can do it. I believe in you. There's his little spindly feet. There's the knife that he's holding. Here's like his beaked noggin or something. Or there's his face. He has like the wings coming off the back. That's maybe like a horn on his head or something. That's 100% the cursed thing there. So why is that? So this is the second time, because I think from history class, after the war when the general was becoming king and he's holding the scepter and he's holding the little cursed thing. We gotta get to the shrine and get that stupid cursed chest. We have to. This is driving me nuts. Okay. Get you kind of out of the way. So this is 1,100,000,000% a less fancy version of this. And this is a slightly less fancy version of this. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. So why the sky would ever sup with the crown? Maybe just ever sup with the crown? Maybe there's another one with another squiggle somewhere. I feel like there's going to be a message in there or something. Oh, geez, this is like making my head hurt. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves, and he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. Right? This is all the stuff that was cut because it was too political. So the actual next page is... So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And we got the, like, original ending read to us when we got to room 46 for the first time, I believe. So we're going to just screenshot all this and add it. So this is the original ending. He couldn't see beyond the red shade, he was aware. He never caught a glimpse of the world I had to share. I bet you that's like a purple bird. I bet you that's a purple bird, and that's his mother, and she's maybe the bird in the cage. That's the Saturn one again. That's Dauja, which is also one of the angels. Don't know what book full of squiggles he's reading, but okay. We literally just solved an angel name puzzle to get here. So why is it specifically showing one of the planets that has one of the names, the angels? That has to be relevant to something also, right? That's cool. I like the blue butterfly. But one day, the prince saw something new, and if you look closely, you might see it too. I mean, that's... I looked closely. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to make of this. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color. Is it blue? The color blue. I don't know how I feel about this. This is the one that scares me. I just need... Hang on, sorry, I need a second. I need to organize my notes here a little bit. So we're gonna give Mother's books their own separate section here. So we have the original Red Prince. We have the new Red Prince. I don't have Swimbird screenshotted here. I do have a new clue, and now we're adding the old new clue. So the symbol there is interesting to me. The original, or like the final version of a new clue of Sundial Publishing. So you gotta go burn the sundial. It's just a big question mark around the words a new clue. But this is kind of reminiscent of the thing, the squiggle. I don't know. How many memos should be visible? Route instead? Platform 8? Okay, so it says Route 8. It says Route 8 in the book. Cook and maid in blue. That might be relevant. I don't know. All he needed was to find a new clue. If he found a new clue, he would know what to do. If he knew what to do, he'd likely find two? No, tell you. That's what it actually is. For clues to come together like a pair of new shoes. For you were looking for a new clue too. Okay, so the stuff in blue is man, I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. This is like I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night having like weird dreams about this stuff or something. Oh, this game. Cook and maid specifically is interesting. Because we don't know the cook's first name. People. House staff. Decamp. I don't know. Suspect list needed will add in final illustration. So rather than departures, it's just depart. It is depart and then it's covered by like piles of paperwork and stuff on it. Okay. Corner cases, these are the same. He has a medium gait. These are dead red herrings, dead herrings, dead cases. These are all just dead ends. Why are they dead herrings? Unless this was originally going to be like a pun there. Patio nook, office, pantry. Double check with Kirk about the documents. That's funny because he's the puzzle man. I mean, all that stuff checks out and is still the same. Okay. He had retraced his sketches and studied the files, rewritten his theories, and gone through the piles of the evidence shown to God only known, nobody known, and retraced his steps as it stretched on for miles. What? Okay, the numbers I deciphered eventually. Swap the king with the rook. So is this a reference to just castling the dumb chess pieces? Is the castle thing a holy? Hold on, hang on. Soot. It can't be. We have those letters already in those positions. Okay, so further, I'm going to still screenshot this and put it in my notes for the stupid castle puzzle. It has to be something. It has to go somewhere, right? By the way, I'm missing 2 letters of this puzzle, and I don't know how to interpret this. So the top row is 3 letters, right? Castle written down the left. 3 letters, so like not the top right corner most, but like the one just below that. Don't know what that is. And then the SOOT that we see here, just above the T. I don't know that. But we know all the other letters. Once we figure those out, we'll go through and deal with this. But this has to swap the king with the rook. Literally just has to mean like castling, right? Because that's a whole thing. Too much overlap with clue in the secret passage. What clue in the secret passage? There's a letter clue in the secret passage. Is that the last two letters that I'm missing? We have the secret passage today, don't we? This is just going to be like a 4-hour long video. I hate this. Okay, he had looked high and low in all the rooms. He had searched every corner and all the tombs. For in this case, he had checked every space. This is relevant because it's the order of things, right? So all checked, because this is the corner cases clue. All checked corner cases, rooms, or all checked corner case rooms had a low case clue found in the rooms. So I checked every space. Why is that circled? Insert small case numbers barely visible between the marked words above. And this is literally a rook in the final version of the book, but swap the king and the rook is like that's like castling. That's castling. That's how you do castling. And castle's what's written there. Is the squiggle under nooks part of the squiggle under words? That I do not know. I need to just open my to-do list here. So replace fork with something connected to 10. So an apple is 2 steps, a banana is 3 steps, an orange is 5 steps. That adds up to 10. Why does that... Why? Secret passage clue for castle puzzle. Just in case I don't get there tonight. There's an X under this stuff in blue. Was there an X on this screen? Hang on. The original new clue. Or like the final new clue. You know what I mean. Shut up. There are also no letters in the chess puzzle thing in the published book. It's the same message. He looked and he looked under beds and in nooks. Does that mean there's something under a bed somewhere? I didn't even think of that. There's not an X in the original. Unless this is like the treasure map, the X in the bedroom. So I gotta solve the Baron's bafflers, huh? Is that gonna be related to this? So here's the other thing. Tanner's Fork. What number was that in the railway? I think it was 10. So like to Tanner's Fork and then something connected to 10. That seems like that would be relevant. I never put any of that stuff together, but we can go check. Where is my safe house and notes? Tanner Fork was major stop number 10. I need a second screenshot here. I just have like a, I do just have like a giant. Is this related to Baron's bafflers found via treasure map under bedroom floor? Question marks. If not, then I need to go look under a bunch of other beds. And in nooks. Do I need to draft the nook over a treasure map spot? To do. Draft nook over treasure map X question mark. I wonder if you store the treasure map in the coat check, if it keeps its X marks the spot on the same, like a room in the same spot, because that way you could like plan around it, but I don't know. Okay. So anagrams. Does it say 4 tome after tome, but that's crossed out? Or search from their colors all the way through. Covers? Colors? Cuckoo 2. Tender Cipher, Lunar Renamed, Uncle Aw, Draft the Sixes. I think those are the same. I don't know why there's a space between you and Uncle. This is very much just melting my brain. There's so much here. The crossed out words and stuff is maybe a clue, but maybe not. The 2 cuckoos is definitely relevant. Interesting here that it's 2 people, and the sign is separate. I thought those were letters. I thought that was like a W. That's like the bookmark sticking out. Okay. I think that's all the same. Let me double check that it's the same book names. Wait. Why do you have the arrows? I mean, the cuckoo 2 makes me think of like the 2 cousins. Or the 2 children of the cousins. Man, I don't know what to do about any of this stuff. Why the arrows? Why the, I should specify counter. Counterclockwise arrows. Why no hands on right clock? Question mark? Tender Cipher, Lunar Renamed, Uncle Hall, Draft the Sixes. And they're obviously colored IRL, but that's fine. Mary, that's mother. Oh, denoted in verse. Oh no, it's an anagram of something. Oh no, I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm not good at anagrams. Okay. Okay, that's a huge clue. I still don't know what the clef thing is for. So Mary, Mary, Gates, Gates, right, right. Lore's words, yours name, draft the sixes, shifted extras, the fixed stars. Denoted in verse, like the arrows and stuff. Okay. He changed all the letters in the lines that he found. Lines as in ranks or lines as in spines? Yeah, okay. He checked all the colors for each key that he wound, a nod to the uncle's parlor games. He doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting, as my mother used to call me, Mary. Why double the meaning? What does that mean? And found that the diction of each word was sound. Unending homophones? Right and right, gates and gates, Mary, Mary. Double the meaning of each seasonal greeting. What does that mean? Well, okay, maybe we'll get a seasonal greeting around Christmas, which we're getting close to. From the staff via the staff announcement board. Y'all, this hurts. This hurts my brain. I don't want to do this anymore. The entrance hall. Yep, break the vase. I deduced that. The moon there is interesting. He stayed up all night and studied the maps. He laid out the floor plans and measured the gaps. And if his directory was a trajectory, it was nothing short of a full mental lapse. But they're not written in blue here. From what I was told, I believe Margle's directory is currently 22 rooms short of completion. No cause for concern yet, as Uncle has thankfully removed the pump room from the draft pool. Because they were down in the safe house. I mean, is that the moon just because... Just because that's on the door for room 46? I don't know. Or like the door of the antechamber? You know what I mean. Okay, this looks the same. Oh. A man obsessed and cuckoo too. They would say as he would wander through, the best medicine is not yet evident. Evidence? If or when he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. The blue words have got to be a thing. I'm gonna have to like go through this and parse this stuff later. But right now, it's my brain is getting overloaded by all this stuff. Okay, so hang on, because he's a man obsessed and cuckoo too. Is that a 9? Is that a 0? Are those numbers irrelevant? Are those anything on the spine of that book? I don't think so. Are those things on the spine of the books? So the moon is missing from the other thing. There's 2 leaning books here that have like circles on their spines. There's no books that have the little like things, but they're books that have stripes in those spots. I don't know. I feel like I'm reading a lot into this. There's books that have like paper sticking out, but nothing that has like a little bookmark /W. So Mary's face is scratched out or like, mostly erased. Dead end, and then there's nothing else over here. I don't know what the line next to dead end means. That's present in both. All this other stuff is still here. The moon is missing from the final version. This basically looks the same. Except he's wearing glasses. Oh, I didn't take a screenshot of this one. Did I take a screenshot of that one and just not paste it in? I sure did. Yeah, so the rook and the king are swapped. So this rook that it has like the windows and stuff is traded with the king in these. Okay. And having read this over so many times, having scoured over each of the lines, have you exhausted your search? Have you seen all the signs? It's one per page. Show the entire route in the metro. That's interesting. Dead end in major key. What the hell does that mean? In major key. There's 10 dashes. Hang on. Have you seen all the signs? Okay. All right. We gotta screenshot some specific pieces here. Some specific zoomed in pieces. That's relevant. Major is like a vertical line, but otherwise the same. I feel like I need to also be catching the blue like the blue words that are scribbled out, because those are going to be hard to see without the magnifying glass later. So let me put this in like the general tab. So this is that's like from the page at the desk. What was the other one? I can read that. This one. This is cuckoo clock. And are there other ones that were scribbled out? She. Why is this one like not corrected in blue? Or is that just a lowercase he? I don't know. I can read that. Also not in blue, which is weird. Fine too, I mean, I can read that, but... I'll just screenshot it here anyway. Okay, this one is a lot. Dead end in major key. And dead is in capital letters. Oh, is this going to be a music note thing? This is like this is the actual one where like music matters. Okay. It's dead. END is whatever in major key. C. The C is circled. Okay. I don't know anything about music theory stuff, music anything. I'm bad at music. We'll have to figure that out. Show the entire route. I don't know if it shows the entire route in the final version. Or the... Let's go take a look. It does. That's neat. Yeah, and it's 10 for you as well. But then it's a stop sign and a diamond, like the yellow diamond on the right. For seeing all the signs. The paintings are not in this one, which is interesting. I'm worried that there's going to be another set of signs per page for a different thing. Yeah, handwritten red, typed blue. Remove this sign from the final illustration. That's, there is no sign on this last one. Oh, is there perhaps something new? So this is a different word. No, you went with new. Something overlooked but now in view. Yes, because now... Remind Randolph to set this up before we leave. Have you really found it? Could it really be true? Or could it finally be true? If it's a new clue, you know what to do. So this was like they were trying... So is this A-D-M-I-N? Yeah, okay. So we know the answer to that. Otherwise, it's the same board. So this is interesting because new, the word that's crossed out here, is the one that is actually in the final version. I also just did not screenshot this entire page, or I did, but then I didn't paste it into the thing. Yep, on the way. That's the end. Holy moly, y'all. There's a lot here. That was so much stuff. It was so much stuff. Oh, and we're not done. There's still more to do. Yeah. I'm losing interest fast. Can I unlock you? Yes, this is so stupid. If it wasn't next to the frickin' miner's hat, I would not have even thought to look here. Okay, so where are we? Reservoir. Sure. To the Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, screenshot this before we deal with the rest of it. By the third era, numeric cores had fallen completely out of favor and were no longer being included in proofs by serious arithmeticians. This concept, once considered sacred, was now regarded as an over-engineered concept that only served to slow further advancements in the field. As Philip Wilkins once famously put it, steps to find a numeric core. Take any number with 4 or more digits. Without changing the sequence, split that number into 4 smaller numbers. So like 86, 45, 5, that becomes 8, 6, 45, and 5. Denny Ravane had one of these in the hovel. Assign each a different color resulting in a valid mathematical equation that produces the smallest whole number possible. Okay, the most immediate obvious thing that jumps out to me is like, there's a deed for the manor that we just looked at that had a number on the bottom. But like, there are so many numbers in this game. Assign each a different color, resulting in a valid mathematical equation, that produces the smallest whole number possible. The first number should always be assigned teal to begin with a positive number. +8 minus 6 times 45 divided by 5, as an example. The one in... Oh, geez. Oh, his was in a different order, which is interesting. So this was him going crazy from the hovel. 45, 2, 9, 2. So he turned this into a numeric core. Because it's 45 rooms, 2 starting rooms, 9 ranks, 2 wings. I don't know. Where are we currently? The reservoir. Okay. If the result is a number with more than 3 digits, repeat the above process. So if it still has 4 digits, then you keep going. The final number you obtain that is less than 4 digits is considered the numeric core of the larger number. So the question is the order of operations always the same? Is it always supposed to be plus, minus, times, divide? Because also, like, how did you know, like, how did you know or decide to split 45 out from the rest instead of like 8, 6, 4, 55 or 8, 64, 5, 5? That I'm unclear on. I'm gonna have to like stare at this and figure it out. So like 3, 6, 1, 4 becomes the first number should always be assigned teal to begin with a positive number. Three minus 6 times, like, so is this going to be a negative number? I'm confused. Or do you change the order that you put the things in? I don't like this. I don't like you as a concept. Can I close you? Can I put you back? You can have your key back. I don't know what to do with this knowledge. I don't like having this knowledge. I don't know what to do with it. Numeric cores, huh? That's a whole thing. Holy moly, y'all. My brain hurts from all of this. That was just a lot of info dump again, and I was not mentally prepared for getting that sort of info dump. Okay. I am gonna have to like sort of think on this, chew on it. Let's see what my brain comes up with. The differences between those books is interesting to me. I'm gonna have to go through and like maybe make like actually take note of what the real differences are between those books, like the words and stuff. I want to look and see if you have anything new going on here. Oh, the swimbird is still there. Okay, well, I'm very excited to get some new notes in any blue rooms on the 8th rank. That is, like, such specific criteria. Okay. I don't know what I want to store. Oh, hey, there's the blue tents. It's wild how earlier it looked like 4 things fit in here nicely, and now it's just like squeezing more and more stuff into that box. Okay. We have the moon pendant. It's probably worth going back to the showroom and buying it out and having more good stuff and increasing the odds that our moon pendant, like, hits good, important items. Am I supposed to just, like, look at a number and turn it into a numeric core? There's got to be, like, a specific puzzle that I got to solve with that, right? What do I even store here? I mean, like, the lucky purse is not bad to store just because then we have lots of money at the start of the day. The crown is interesting as well. We've not really done much with the blue crown, so I will leave it here. I'd like to run around with it, because I think it just lets us, like, delete red rooms for the day. Which could be fun and interesting. Planetarium to get more stars is actually pretty tempting. Is that more or less tempting than the break room? I think that's more tempting than the break room right now. Since getting back over 50 is, like, meaningful. I don't know why I'm grabbing money. It doesn't matter. Ignore things. Just go. I'm done. This has been a long video. A lot longer than I was expecting. Is there anything else that we could see, like, under the bed? Not really. It's got to be that. Under the bed, a hand pointing down. There was an X under the bed. There's an X here for the treasure room. I don't want to solve that. The 6th clue? I don't even know what that means. Y'all, this is a lot. This is a lot to take in. All of this is, like, blown my mind. I don't... Archaeological castle of unfathomable riches. Vault, treasure trove, and the trophy room. Look at all that money out front. What are the odds that we just got the tomb on the same day that I did all this stuff? That's nuts to me. That's very good. Oh, I didn't do the secret passage! No, I meant to do that! I knew I was forgetting something. Also, I'm very tired and I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll have to do that. We get the secret passage pretty often. I like it. It's one of my favorite rooms. We'll deal with it next time. Thanks for watching. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you. Sheesh, what a day.